everyone, Draco Magnius here, and welcome back to Draco's Weapon Corner. This time we're going to be covering the weapons of Chapter 2 and which ones are the best. I guess we'll start off with Soldier's Sword, the one that I actually managed to get to level 4 here. By the way, before we continue, should I mention this now or in the Let's Play? No, I'll do it in the Let's Play, whatever. Since Soldier's Sword here is at level 4, I don't even have to leave the particular area to, show you. I don't have to go to my 100%ed file. So, Soldier's Sword has an attack power of 20, a guard break of 15, which, if we look at our other swords, is better than Noe's longsword initially, making it, so far, the strongest we have at the moment. There's still others that may or may not be stronger. We'll get into that later. But abilities, created by using a secret technique. With training, the wielder can master linear sweep attacks. The magic is Sonic Blow, unleashes inner energy, and sends enemies reeling. But now let's check this weapon in action. Okay, and here we are. First, let's check out its combos, only 3 this time, with Cyclone Dance, Crouching Wolf Blast, and Dragon Blast. So I'll show those off, then I'll try to get enough MP for the magic, which could take a while, as since this is my normal file, I don't have all of the stuff I would to heal my magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom! I use this a lot in the LP, so you've probably seen that one already. So now let's do Dragon Blast! That one's my favorite. Let's do that again, because on one enemy it feels kind of cheap, here's a good cluster of enemies. Whoosh! Alright, now let me cut this while I try to build some magic. Alright, I got enough for level 1, so let's just show that for now. Level 1's pretty simple, doesn't travel very far. Now let me just cut again and wait till I build up enough for 2. Okay, we're back. Now to show Sonic Blast level 2. That one's a little stronger, goes a little farther, but didn't seem to do much damage to them at all. Then again, I wasn't very close to them. This attack is more, or magic spell, is more about being, close to the enemy. It's kind of like shotguns in most RPGs, in most FPS shooters. Well, technically that's kind of redundant. I mean, FPS stands for first-person shooter, so I essentially just said first-person shooter. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this till I have 3 to show you level 3, then we'll do level 4, and, like that. Okay, time for level 3. I don't want to use it on this one guy. Let's find a good cluster. No, that's only 2. Ah, there we go. It's relatively the same regardless of what level, but I feel honor-bound to actually show you every level, because that's just the kind of guy I am. Now for level 4. Okay, and here's level 4. If I could just get it... If I could get it charged enough. Like I said, about the same for whatever level it's at. It's not one of the more impressive magical spells of the game. And in fact, it's kind of my least favorite Sonic Blow, because it's just kind of there, really. It might go further if you don't have enough enemies in front of you, but that's to be debated. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next weapon. Alright, next on our list is Apostate's Misery. It's actually a weapon from Drakengard 1, and it had an interesting weapon story, but we'll get to that in the actual weapon story. For now, let's just focus on Apostate's Misery as it is right now. With an attack power of 22 and a guard break of 24, it's actually currently our strongest weapon. Well, technically, I think it's our strongest spear. I don't know if it's actually our strongest weapon, per se. Actually, Union seems to be our strongest weapon altogether right now. But that's neither here nor there. This is our strongest spear right now. Now let's take a look at its abilities. A Wind Spirit Scythe, even though it looks nothing like a scythe, but details who needs them. With training, the wielder can deal a powerful blow. With the magic of Fang of Shiva, an explosion of freezing wind mows down the enemies. But now let's take a look at its level 4 counterpart to see how much stronger it gets from here. Alright, now as you can see, the Apostate's Misery doesn't really get all that much stronger with only an attack of 29 and a guard break of 26. Whoops! Accidentally hit the button. Oh, jeez. Anyway, now let's see it in action. Okay, and here we are with the level 4 Apostate's Misery. Let me do this. As you can see clearly, we're here at the District of Shining Life only because currently in this file, I'm in Chapter 2, so I can't show you any of the stuff there. But from this point on, after Chapter 2, I'm going to show you the area that we're in's district doing this. Anyway, let's start with its combos. White Dance, as per usual, followed by Hollowed Blade, which you've seen multiple times, White Flash, and Heaven Strike. I might as well show every combo instead of selecting, picking and choosing. Eh, what the hell, let's go for it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2. Okay. And then I'll show off the magics. Let's see, what's our next one again? White Flash with square, triangle, square, square, White Flash! And Heaven Strike. Actually, Heaven Strike I think we have seen. Oh, well, let me try again. Oh, no, wait. Whoops, I accidentally did White Flash again. Alright, let's look for you. Whoops! I messed that up. Did I accidentally do White Flash again? Damn it, my brain keeps telling me to do White Flash for some reason. Okay. There we go. Heaven Strike. Alright, now let's show level 1 magic. I didn't get a really good look because it kind of panned upward. Let's try again. There we go. Okay. Now let's get me some more MP so I can do this. Do I have any more of those? No, just the powder. Actually, no, I have powder, file, and... Okay, good, I can manage. Let's go... Actually, let's use Legna Travel. Over to this region. There we go. This is perfect. Okay. Yes, gather round, my goblin friends, and we will have a time. The wave got bigger. Now... Whoops! I need a vial. There we go. Level 3, but we're going to need more for level 3, and obviously more for level 4. I think I see a good enough area over there, but let's gather everybody for our level... Yeah, we'll gather everyone for level 3. Ow! Damn it, I am trying to show people my different magics. There we go. Alright, and the last one. Let's try and go back to this region. Where there was a lot of goblins. Ow. That hurt, you jerks. Alright, let me go up this way. And yeah, they're coming. Good. Now, level 4! Alright, with that done, we'll move on to the next weapon. Alright, and the next weapon we have is one of my personal favorites, the Silver Butterfly. Silver Butterfly, like, embodies Kavya. It's Kavya the weapon, essentially. You'll look at it, and it has 10 attack power, 10 guard break, and it takes 6,250 experience points to get it from level 1 to 2, and you'll be like, well, what's the point, Draco? It's weak, and it's a lot of time, and why should I bother? Also, there's another thing that I'll mention, that this is more of a theory, I'm not exactly 100% on this, but I think the amount of experience that takes it to go from one level to the next goes up every single chapter that you go through without leveling it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure on that. And if I remember correctly, it took me 24,000 plus experience to get it from level 3 to level 4. But before we go into why this weapon is even worth it, we're going to go and look at its abilities. Adorned with silver butterflies, traits possesses hidden power and secret magic. The magic in question is Orion's Dart. Arrows of light seek out and destroy enemies. And again, you'll be like, why, Draco, why? Well, let's see it at level 4, shall we? At level 4, Silver Butterfly has 140 attack power with 100 guard break. It is the 6th strongest sword in the game. Now, normally I don't keep track of, like, 1 through 6. I kept track for every other weapon of 1 through 5. But this is number 6. It was really close to beating number 5 in the most powerful longswords of the game. That's why it's worth it. Now, you're going to go, Draco, but I don't want to sit there and grind for that long at this moment in the game. Well, I have good advice for you, friend. You don't have to. Personally, I waited till I think it was like chapter 4 to level this up. The best area is really, I think, like chapter 7. Chapter 7 is one of the best grinding points in the game for the first playthrough. But chapter 4 is a relatively good standing of moderate experience enemies, and enough enemies where you could probably grind it up at least a few levels if you don't want to grind it all the way up. It's still going to take you a crap ton of time to do it, though. But I definitely admit it's worth it. I mean, for this early in the game, you get something this powerful, but that's why it's Kavya the weapon. It's a great experience when you get it all the way to the top, but at first it's like they have 10 2-ton weights on your ankles and trying to beat the shit out of you while you're moving. But without further ado, let's see Silver Butterfly in action, shall we? Alright, it feels kind of mean to fight goblins with this powerhouse of a weapon, but I'm gonna do it. First, let's look at its combos. You get Cyclone Dance, Phoenix Slash, White Serpent Blade, and Dragon Blast. All ones we've seen, but I'll show them again anyway. Just cause. Another thing I want to bring... Actually, never mind. Let it speak for itself. If you would stop hitting me while I'm in the middle of explaining something, you dick. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and Phoenix Slash. White Serpent Blade. 1, 2, 2. And... oh, nice of them. They gave me its magic already, so we can show Orion's Dart. That's 1. Level 2. Although I think we've seen Orion's Dart all the way through, but I'm going to show it anyway because I really like this weapon. Up. Let's see, I think I want that, so I can do level 3. Yeah, we've seen this before. Let's get Legna to take us to a more populated area. Why can I dismount here? Thank you, jeez. They're really being picky there, weren't they? Alright, so now... oh yeah, that's right, it was Robber King had Orion's Dart, didn't it? This is gonna take some time to build, but boom! Alright, anyway. Though Silver Butterfly does have combos that we've already gotten before, and magic that we've already seen, I just wanted to show because I really like it. There was another thing I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember. I had it like a split second. Yeah! Alright, anyways, since I can't think of it, I guess we'll just move on to the next weapons. After I kill this goblin! Hobgoblin, but whatever. Okay, and our next weapon is Scald's Song. Scald's Song is a relatively powerful sword at 26 attack with a guard break of 16. I don't think at the moment it's our strongest, because our strongest is currently Union at level 1, but it's still a pretty good sword in its own right. Let's view its abilities. A work of love. With training, the wielder can master ground sweep attacks, with the magical attack Sonic Blow, which we've already seen, so I don't have to show it. You know, maybe I should make a list of the ones I've showed you already, so I don't make this mistake again that I made with Silver Butterfly. But, let's go and show its level 4 form. Okay, now we have Scald's Song level 4, with an attack power of 32 and a guard break of 26. It is now our strongest longsword, if you get it all the way to level 4. Or at least the strongest one from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2. I already showed abilities, why am I doing that again? Alright, now let's see it in action, if it has anything worthwhile. Actually, I took a look through, it's all stuff we've already seen before, so in lieu of that, should probably just move on to the next sword, instead of showing you Scald's Song in action. Okay, next on our list is Victor's Spoils, the weapon that I don't actually have yet. It is 15,800 gold, which I'm kind of close to affording, and if you want, you can grind for money. I would recommend doing it in the District of Flame because, well, obviously that's all you have available at the current moment in time, because the next part of the chapter is in the Blessed Lands, but it also had a good chunk of gold in it. With an attack strength of 40 and a guard break of 32, it would be a pretty decent buy considering it's, at the moment, stronger than anything we have. However, I want you to keep in mind what I said in the Let's Play. Although this comes up before that, so I will mention it now. This weapon might be powerful, but we're losing Eris in Chapter 3, and we're not going to get her until the next playthrough. And on top of that, we get more spears while she's gone, and some of them will be more powerful than this one. So you probably don't want to go and just grab this one right now. I mean, if you want a 100%, you could grab it, but we are going to get stronger spears later. So I'd recommend not purchasing it unless you want to 100% this. But let's see it at level 4 just cause. Alright, and at level 4 it has an attack power of 85 and a guard break of 54, which again, might make it tempting, because that's stronger than anything we have right now, but we will get stronger spears for playthrough number 2. So I would just hold off on buying it. I will, again, still be showing the rest of it. Also, I forgot to mention this is a weapon that was also in Drakengard 1. And had a pretty interesting story, if I remember correctly. I think I did the weapon story for this one. I'll have to check on that. One moment, please. Yes, I did. So there should probably be an annotation somewhere here if you want to check out... No, wait, not here. In the weapon story, when we do the weapon story of this one, that'll happen. Sorry, I'm a little mixed up at the moment. Let's look at the details, because we can't do that from the store. A Forbidden Spear. Short reach, but excels at linear sweep attacks, with the magic Seraph's Tentacles. Fireballs circle the wielder's body and kill surrounding enemies. Now let's see it in action. Okay, and here we are. Victor's Spoils has relatively the same combos that we've seen before. White Dance, Spirit Blast, Mind Blast, Heaven Strike. I don't think we've seen Spirit Blast yet, so I'll show that, and then I'll show the magic of the magic Seraph's Tentacles. What was that again? 4 squares and a triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Spirit Blast! Okay, now let's get level 1 of the tentacles. Whoosh! Okay, time for level 2. Yeah, there's enough for that. Boom! One thing I don't particularly like about this spell is that it just kind of smashes into the ground at a certain point. Let's see. I need that. Whoops! And that. For level 3 of the Seraph's Tentacles. Also, I should probably go and get Noe so we can go to... Actually, no, this is a pretty populated area right here. Feel the power of Seraph's Tentacles! Although, you know, it's weird. This spell doesn't look like tentacles at all. And on top of that, Seraph, if I remember correctly, is some sort of wind spirit? Or maybe I'm thinking of Sylph, but still, sounds about right. So why is it fire and why is it balls of fire? Oh man, come on, let me do this. There we go. Seraph level 4! Woohoo! I love level 4, though. Level 4 of all spells is the most awesome. Oh, and I just noticed it's kind of like a claw. Can't really see that on the 2D image of it. With that, we'll move on to the next and final weapon. Okay, and last but certainly not least is Union. With an attack power of 28 and 14, it's currently our strongest. But in actuality, it's gonna be our second strongest when compared to Scald's Song. I'll show you the exact amount, you know, later in this episode. As of right now, its abilities are a Sword of Protection, increases defense, and prevents the wielder from losing their footing. So it's still useful. You can have a good defense, and you don't get thrown off the ground as easily with this one. This is why we look at traits. Because sometimes they have interesting things like this. And some are vital. So this is really a question of, do you want Scald's Song that's actually physically stronger, and it has a better guard break, or do you want one that has more defense so you don't get knocked around as much? The magic is Sonic Blow, which we've already seen, and it's on multiple weapons, so bleh. But still, it's a good weapon nonetheless. Now let's see it at level 4. Alright, and at level 4, Union has an attack power of 30 and a guard break of 18. It's okay. Like I said, it's really a matter of, do you want Scald Song that has more attack, or do you want Union which has better defense? But Silver Butterfly beats out both of them. Granted, I said you'll have to wait for that one, and in fact, from now on, after this point, whenever we get new longswords, I'm going to add a little asterisk to when we see our strongest weapon of that chapter. I'm going to add to the end of that, if you don't want to grind Silver Butterfly, because I know some people don't want to grind for it. And I looked at its combo abilities before we got here, and they're the same ones we've seen already before. So with that, I think we'll end this episode of Draco's Weapon Corner here. I'll see you next time you come around that corner.